Before you give up on wholesaling, watch this video. Guys, it's Rick Ginn, and I hear this all the time. People talking about quitting. Like, what do I need to do? What I want to do in today's video is ask you two really hard questions and get to the truth of why you're even considering quitting, and make sure you follow this process if you're stuck in this mode. Let's see if we can get you refocused back on wholesaling. But before I get into it, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button so other people can find the truth out about wholesaling. So you're considering quitting. The truth is you're not alone. I've been there. I know Zach's been there. And honestly, every wholesaler at some point has popped this in their head. If you haven't, you're not really pushing the envelope. But here's the thing is, most people will come to me and say, Rick, I've tried everything in wholesaling. It doesn't work. Maybe I should quit. And so if you've said this statement, which a lot of you have, is when you say, I've tried everything, we need to audit that statement and find out if that's the truth or is that your excuse. 9 times out of 10, it is your excuse. Let me show you why. Rick, I've tried everything in wholesaling. It doesn't work. Number one, did you go all the way through freewholesaling.com probably 5 or 6 times and go through every video and take the actionable steps? Yes or no? Number two, have you pulled every government list that we taught you in freewholesaling.com? Pre-foreclosures, eviction lists, tax delinquencies, probates. The list goes on and on. You said you've tried everything. I want to see that you tried those. Have you done the arrest records, the water shutoffs, the code violations? See, we could go on forever and ever, but if you didn't even try the stuff I'm talking about, you just told me you tried everything. Do you go out and do driving for dollars if it's in your local market? Do you have 500 leads for driving for dollars? No, you only have 100? I thought you said you tried everything. Did you do reverse driving for dollars? Did you take your code violations and your pre-foreclosures and put a sticky note on them and do it diligently 6-7 days a week? Rick, I said I tried everything. Did you go out door knocking on pre-foreclosures? It takes guts to do it. It's not easy to do, but that is a great way to get a deal. Have you gone to all your real estate investor meetings, your RIA associations? There's multiple ones in the market you're around. Have you attend there so you can network with others so you get more JVs? On our Facebook group, Wholesaling Houses for Real, the largest wholesale Facebook group to network with others. Have you gone to ZachDiscord.com? Have you put up your physical bandit signs? How many did you put up? Did you do digital bandit signs? Did you cold call? Did you even swing the bat, even try FSBOs? Or did you even reach out to a realtor? Like, I know that's not my favorite strategy, but when you said you've tried everything, if you didn't hit every one of those things I said, you're most likely giving an excuse. And the truth of the matter, it's just easier to quit than to finish it. You see, the next question is, are you actually wholesaling? And if you're not wholesaling, are you taking actions that aren't getting you closer to your goal? What do I mean? ODN. Are you dealing with people that are off market, direct to seller, that need to sell? You see, most people just want to sell their house. It's just the truth. The real skill set of a wholesaler is to be able to market, and not only market well, master marketing. Why? Because you got to find people that are off market, direct to seller, that need to sell. It's easy to market to anybody who wants to sell their house. Just go on MLS, get prepaid leads sent to you, but you're skipping the most important skill set. You have to find leads in wholesaling, especially when you get started out. And the sooner you understand it and the sooner you grasp that and go through every one of those things I showed you before, if you don't have money, if you have money, you have to harvest your own leads in the beginning. It is a must in wholesaling. If you skip this process, it means you're dependent on others to get any leads, and it's going to lead to problems because you're not going to understand the fundamentals of wholesaling. Let me ask you this. Are you using X leads and utilizing the ninja mode? That is the technique to where you can follow up with people religiously, text, emails, phone calls, the whole 9 yards, and automate a lot of your process, because a lot of your follow-ups are going to be in your database, but you have to have systems. But you said you tried everything. So now we're at this point of the conversation. Are you actually wholesaling? And odds are a lot of you are running around chasing leads that aren't going to get you anywhere or just going to frustrate you. And you thought it was easy to begin, and now it's hard. Well, welcome to wholesaling. You don't need to quit. You just need to start wholesaling. What's wholesaling? When we connect with motivated sellers that need to sell their house and we solve their problem by buying the house at a discounted rate. They get to offload a property. We get to buy a property that most realtors couldn't handle, and then we sell our contracts to a cash buyer. That's wholesaling. If you're doing anything else, you're not wholesaling. If you're fix and flipping, that's not wholesaling. Wholesaling is in the art in finding the deal. What you do with it afterwards, you can up your game and your skill set as you get seasoned. But in the beginning, you have to master wholesaling. And I'm willing to bet a lot of you aren't actually wholesaling. You see, if you just want to be busy, I promise you will be broke. The hardest thing is to market and connect with these motivated sellers. Put your energy in the right direction. I always say, take your wholesaling compass and point it to where you get great wholesale deals. ODN, off market, direct to seller. that need to sell. Once you understand where you're looking, you don't have to waste time chasing people on MLS, thinking you're going to do pay-per leads, pay-per-click. Number one, you don't have the skill set. Number two, you probably don't have the capital for it. So let's focus and go over to freewholesaling.com and recommit. Everything you need is literally in that course. And since me and Zach make it free, stop giving me your excuse that you're thinking about quitting. Most likely you're not doing the activities to get a deal in wholesaling, and that's why you're even considering this video that I'm sharing with you right now. Now, I always said there are two cures to fix any wholesaler. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned pro or you're a beginner. Just two simple things. It's tons of leads. I call it 10x leads. I didn't invent it, but whatever you're doing, 10x your effort, because you're starting from scratch. You don't have any traction. You don't have any previous leads to work on. You're going to have to put in 10 times the effort of anyone who's already established as a wholesaler. Remember, 10x your leads. The next thing is you need massive and consistent, precise action every day in wholesaling. You're going to have to push through it. Remember, when you take a ton of action and you understand you have to 10x your leads, that cures two problems for you. Creates more opportunities, because you're going to need more opportunities as a newer wholesaler because you don't have the skill sets to negotiate quite yet. And it's going to give you more reps. More reps is what we call the journey of wholesaling. It's actually how you learn to talk to sellers and learn the language of a wholesaler in the real estate environment. If you cannot do these two things, you are going to struggle as a wholesaler and consider quitting. So the next hard question I have to ask you if you're considering quitting still at this point is, do you tend to start things and not finish them? Meaning, do you have a history, a pattern of doing this? Come on, like, tell me the truth. Because I've always noticed that, like, it's so easy to start anything. And why would wholesaling be any different? You got excited, you saw a video. I don't care who brought you here. The question is, who's going to finish it? The truth of the matter, if you have a track record of starting things and not finishing it, just tell yourself the truth. Because if you do, you're most likely going to consider quitting. Here's the hard truth in it. The only difference between you and me is I just keep going in wholesaling. Have I mentally quit? Absolutely. But I get up the next day and I just reset and I keep going, because not every day is going to be perfect in wholesaling. But if you have a pattern of starting stuff and not finishing it, just stop it. Which comes to the next reasoning of you considering quitting is, like, what is your why for doing wholesaling? Your why has to be strong enough to endure some serious uncomfortable situations. I'm not talking about physically, I'm talking about mentally. What is your why? Who are you doing it for? Who are you impacting it? And you should be able to recite this from the tip of your tongue if anybody ever says to it, because your why is why we go through all this effort. I've never said wholesaling is easy, but it's not hard. For those that stay in the game and don't quit and make the sacrifice, and the sacrifice is non-negotiable. What's a sacrifice? It's going to be up to 2 years. It doesn't mean you don't make money during that time, but if you can give 2 years to wholesaling, you can change the entire projection of your family, of your finances, and ultimately do what you actually want to do in life, which is run your own show, make a ton of money, help people out, and grow as an individual. That's what all human beings want. The truth of the matter is, you thought wholesaling was going to be easier and it didn't meet your expectations. Well, guess what? Step up. Don't quit, because you started it. And if you're going to start something, you might as well finish it. And if you have a pattern of starting and quitting, then you need to just stop it right now. Just stop doing it, because you're never going to get anything if you quit. Everything you ever want in life, you're going to have to put in the effort. Why do you think wholesaling's any other exception? I'm sorry somebody introduced you and said it was going to be super easy, but now you know the truth. And you know what? You shouldn't change what you do. Here's the key is, you're just going to have to put in the hard work, make the sacrifice, and you're going to have failures. Here's the secret. Failures are stepping stones to you becoming a better wholesaler. It is not an option to quit. Here's the truth of the matter. You're in an uncomfortable position. You don't like rejection. You're doing things you've never done before. Your entire body's telling you to quit. Here's a little tip for you. When you feel uncomfortable, you have a choice. Do you want to go back to your old self that didn't get you where you want, and you know the outcome, you know there's not a lot of money there, and you know you're going to be tired and frustrated? Or you can decide you're uncomfortable right now because it's not working. It's very foreign to you. You don't know the outcome. Lean into it. When you're uncomfortable in wholesaling, lean into it. You have a plan. I never told you this was going to be easy. The difference is your expectation was lower than what the bar was for wholesaling. Now you know the truth. Now you know you have to have the hard conversations. You have to put in the reps. You got to put in the work up front, and you're going to have to 10x your effort, and you're going to have to go. And if you're not okay giving 2 years, years, I don't know. If you want to keep starting stuff and not quitting, then go back to your old self. Because when people get scared, they retreat to what they know best. The secret that people that actually get stuff done, especially in wholesaling, is when they get uncomfortable, they lean into it and they stay there until they get comfort at the end of it. Nobody wants to be uncomfortable, but the path to getting what you want in wholesaling is do the things that most people won't do. The reality is you're typically short on funds. We're not at scaling your business. We're just trying to get deal one and then get you to your first $100,000. You are going to have to do stuff that you never considered doing before. It's all legal. Nothing's going to physically hurt you. It's just going to make you uncomfortable because you don't know the outcome. That's okay. As long as you take the effort and the action and you 10x it and you have a strong why and you understand when people attack you, if it's family, if it's friends, your conviction's going to protect you. Your conviction is that sheet of armor around you. Stop trying to please everyone. Make a change. You are here watching this video because you got super excited about wholesaling. And the fact of the matter, you're finding out it's a little bit more work than you thought. It's actually a lot more work, and you have a choice. You can either double down and get the work done, or you can quit. The only difference, as I said earlier, between me and you is I didn't quit. I was in your exact same shoes, and honestly, I was probably more frustrated than you. I got ADHD. I came from a corporate world. I did everything my parents tried to direct me, and it was wrong. So I had to start over at 33. So I don't care if you're 73 or you're starting and you're 15, wholesaling works. It is the one proven business model that absolutely works. The question is, will you? If you're considering quitting, just take a mental break, go get a glass of water, relax, shake it off, and get back in the fight. You can lose a round or two in wholesaling. The question is, are you going to go all 15 rounds? I've been doing this 22 years. There's a lot of ups and downs in this business. The only way you fail in wholesaling is you quit. Don't quit, man. There's a reason you started this. That should be such a burning desire in you. You just keep going. And you got to make mistakes. Nobody ever gets this done perfectly. So it doesn't matter if somebody paid 6 figures to get in this, they do it for free. It is all the same journey. So I've given you the honest truth on how to make this happen. Please don't quit on me. Don't quit on yourself. And for God's sakes, don't quit on the people that depend on you the most. There's a reason you got into wholesaling. Make sure you write down your why, write it on your bathroom mirror and an erase marker, and commit and just go. And before you blink, 2 years will be gone like that. You'll have plenty of money in your bank account. You're going to get uncomfortable, lean into it. And remember, if you keep starting and you don't finish, we got to change that right now. Don't quit. I believe in you. I love wholesaling. Wholesaling has changed my life. It's changed my family's life. It's changed my son's life. And probably the reason watching this video is I want to change your life. But I need you to step up to the plate. We got to stop telling people how easy wholesaling is. You have to do the work. Remember, a great wholesaler is someone who masters marketing. Master marketing, then you can add more options when you do it. If you skip marketing, you won't have any lead flow. And if you don't have leads, you're going to get frustrated and quit. I know you can do it. Don't quit, man. Go back and watch this video. I wish somebody gave me this video when I was a young man when I got started, but I had to figure it out and I decided to stay in the game, and I want you to do the same. So listen, let me know in the comments if you're in it to win it. And as usual, if you got value from this video, do me a favor, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button so we can share the truth about wholesaling to everybody else. This is Rick Ginn. I'll see you in the next video.